No doubt that reality show sets turn into the small family home at times, and it is just sweet to watch the star judges and contestants share a bond of their own kind. But then, there's been times when reality show judges went too far, to infinity and beyond. Well, sorry, that wasn't a relevant dialogue, lol. But then we were inspired by Judge Tyro's "We will rootang FRU." We'll come to that. But as of now, make sure to leave us your warm likes, share and watch this video with your friends. And for all things amusing about celebrities, stay tuned with the Screen News. Number 7. Nigel Lithgow, Popstars. So You Think You Can Dance, considered to be one of the first meanest judges in the reality TV shows, is Nigel Lithgow. Like seriously, sometimes he used to take it way too far. But then, there's this one time, which we particularly remember, big time. The guy literally picked on the pop star Kim Marsh. "You need to lose some weight. Christmas is over and the goose has gotten fat." Kim has since admitted that his comments really hit at her body confidence. And it's not the only time he's been harsh. Oh yes. And by the way, we're not making this up. There's been a dance reality show with that name. Number 6. Simon Cowell, The X Factor, Britain's Got Talent. Although true that, in the recent years, he probably has gone mellow, as some would say. But if you just rewind some of the previous episodes of any of the mentioned shows where he's been the judge, we don't know, maybe he's just trying to not lose his job by adding in some good words. Like he still continues to have his moments. Like, in one of the episodes he's gone a bit violent, telling one of the participants that they have the personality of a handle, and then suddenly turning to, "If you had lived 2,000 years ago and sung like that, I think they would have stoned you." Ouch. Really, Simon? We are reminded of India's Simon, go back, phrase for some reason. Number 5. Tyra Banks, America's Next Top Model. Remember the intro? Well, if you haven't, then like, share, and subscribe to the Screen News, and go base key, and intro, because we would varouting for you lol. This sequence just continues to tickle us. Anyways, even though the model competition has been on television for a while, the manner the candidates were treated is still drawing criticism. In the instance we're talking about this whole time is when Tyra Banks literally began to scold the competitor Tiffany Richardson. Banks lamented the fact that the eliminated model's lack of emotion when her farewell to the other contestants. But her rant quickly turned into something much more passionate and intimate than was warranted, and the incident has since gained popularity. This improper outburst happened merely because the candidate tried to appear upbeat rather than weeping like she was supposed to, which is just absurd. Number 4. Janice Dickinson, America's Next Top Model. She doesn't have a moment, but so many moments at Anthem. Janice Dickinson has no time for the majority of the fearful, sleep-deprived, and starving aspirants at the show. She told one of the competitors to zip it. "You're dead in my book," comparing another to a child, and informing yet another that she had produced the worst photos she had ever seen, saying, "You look like you escaped from a mental institution. Your arms look amputated, your legs look amputated. Sorry." Number 3. RuPaul's Drag Race UK. Due to recent pandemics, Series 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race UK was put on hold for 7 months. And after this outburst, Joe Black undoubtedly would have wished she had remained in lockdown. The judges blasted Joe for wearing a ready-made dress in the first episode that was shot after production picked back up. For starters, Drag Race has been accused of rewarding the queens who spend the most money on the competition. Thus, many people found this comment to be tone deaf. Shopping at places like H&M was necessary because many queens had lost their sources of income due to the outbreak. Others, on the other hand, backed the reality judge and presenter, saying that originality is free, and Joe's attire was not original. Joe Black left for home that week, nonetheless. On the plus side, she did get a sneaky present from H&M. Number 2. Gordon Ramsay, Hell's Kitchen. It is literally the kitchen of hell when Gordon Ramsay is around. We are all aware that Gordon is not the most composed of people, and it doesn't take much to enrage him, as evidenced by his rage on programs like Kitchen Nightmares. Is it any surprise, then, that he ends up becoming one of the most cruel TV judges we've ever witnessed? As it turns out, he makes some of the most outrageous, profanity-filled remarks we've ever heard. including this cruel one. F off, you fat useless sack of Yankee danky doodleshite. Foff, will you please? It's difficult to single out one terrible incident. However, one candidate ventured to object to being dubbed face at one point. Gordon screamed and said, "Take your jacket and F. Number 1. Tom Colicchio, Top Chef. Tom Colicchio has experience cooking subpar meals. He has dealt with a lot of revolting meals in his capacity as chief judge for the Top Chef cooking competition. However, contenders typically have at least one opportunity to showcase their culinary abilities. However, Tyler Stone was dropped from the season 9 premiere before he had a chance to prepare any meals. The Sacramento personal chef tried to chop some meat. Colicchio instructed him to gather his stuff and depart after going over the cuts. Stone felt that the judges ought to have given him more of an opportunity to compete and held off on making their decision until the dish was properly prepared. Without a doubt, the elimination shocked everyone and demonstrated Colicchio's seriousness. Well, considering it's a small world now, we are more than interested to read your comments as you put down your country's top show judges and their harsh judges in the comments below. If you enjoyed these ones, like this video, and subscribe to the Scream News for more. To stay tuned with our uploads, press the notification bell. That's a wrap. We'll see you next time.